Seems to be going alright. Very good. Very good. Just start off. Let's see. Heal you. Heal. Yup. Around the edges, like the rims. I guess would be the right word for this. Good. Camera. That makes things easier to see now. There. And here. Go into no, not that. Boom. 3, 4. good. Let's spit that out later. Let's just final rim. This also looks right? Yep. Yeah, it does. It does. Yes, good. Still checking. Very good. Just gonna boom, and then here, and then boom. Take me down, here, then here. Good evening, lad. Just looking at my, just going through and getting the last couple lines down. Working on the first layer and just remove the other second pair of limbs since they're slightly getting in the way of. Or at least hide them so I can see them. See under there. This is just a little bit of. The bleed here. Okay, let's get a 2 bleed. Very good. Slicer. No. Take you. A bit more. So, let's see. Right, good. Down. Much better. Yes. Good. Also, like another note, I'm considering like maybe later fights stream. Like obviously it's gonna be a total war and stuff. Like considering doing like Luther Harkon playthrough, because you know. I have the urge to play as a zombie pirate necromancer. I mean, it's hard to resist that temptation. Because sometimes you just need to listen to some, like some Ailstorm, and then just send big wave after wave of zombie pirates at a guy until they die. And there's something satisfying about that. Yep, Luther Harkon himself. So there's like, because I also want to like at some point like look at the probably gonna do some research into exactly which some mods to make like the to like add some of the stuff, since like some extra little bits and bobs. It's like also like the interesting thing is like you also have like, you know, a mod where like, you know, like the legendary lords of other factions, like, you know, when they get like killed, like, you know, if you're a part of like, you know, say like the Vampire Counts faction and like say Manfred like dies, like if you really want to, you can recruit him if you too are a Vampire Count, but at that point it's like you want Manfred as your, and you don't really want Manfred on your side. It's better to have him on the enemy side. And since like, you know, the Vampire Coasts being a undead faction, it is, you know, it's impossible to permanently kill them since they're all technically immortal. So I believe there's 3 like the legendary lords of, and they're like where's the all of the right now I'm currently doing some edge like highlighting, because like when obviously you can see that you know, you got the outlines there, but like for the inner parts of the model in which it's hard to see the outlining effect, I'm adding a little bit extra like line art directly into the texture itself. Right now I'm more or less just getting where it is, and I'm probably gonna pretty it up a little bit later, because yeah, it's a little bit shoddy, but more just like outlining where it is. And besides, it's relatively small. It's not like you're gonna see. It just needs to be good enough that you can tell. And it can be consistent with most of the other parts, because I have finished all of the line art on the base torso. Okay, I've not gone down with the legs though. Most of the legs done, as well as the back, as well as the. Oh, I didn't get here. Apparently, I'll work on the back later. Got most of the front done though. Boom, boom. Darn it! 1 second. Drats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Wait now. You. And then the same for the other side. 1, 2. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Q, enter, hide. Both sides to be affected by the. Got a little bit from this side, why not? Mix it up a little bit. A little bit over here. No. Oh, that's better. Oh yeah. Obviously, like in terms of style, like Luther's pretty cool, but like honestly, all of them are all of the Vampire Coast like legendary lords are pretty cool looking. Boom, 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 boom. And then just it's over. Just gonna go over here. Obviously, we got the legend himself. We got Harkon. And then you got Count Noctilus. He's also pretty cool. And there's Aranessa, who I'd say, like, out of them, like, she's probably, like... She's cool, but she's definitely, like, compared to the others. As well as, like, you know, Silastra. She's pretty cool, too. You know, all pretty cool leaders. Really isn't, like, a bad leader among them. Here. No. Yep. I don't know, like she looks cool, but like compared to like the absolute, like, you know, this, like the swagger, I guess, the swagger for lack of a better term. I don't want to use the word aura. It's like nothing against the word, but like, I don't know, like, it feels like actually, yeah, that might more or less be the general word. Okay, let's go to you, and then zero. Honestly, everyone is generally pretty cool. Everyone except Manfred von Karstein. And really, if you want to be like just like a real basic vampire, like Vlad von Karstein's right there, and he's like he's just better than him in every single way. He even has a stable relationship with his wife. And Manfred only loves himself. There you go. What? And then boom boom. Yeah, Vlad von Karstein, like Vlad, or like, you know, essentially like Manfred's boss. He has a wife and a stable relationship. She is also a vampire. Like, they're like happily married. And then here. Vlad von Karstein and Isabella von Karstein. And he's also like the ruler of an entire like he has his own essentially like he has his like basically what happened like obviously vampires like the lore is that like obviously as with anything undead it was like Nehekara or like which is essentially where the Tomb Kings are, like Warhammer Fantasy is like area of Africa essentially. So it's like essentially Vladimir Karstein he rolled up into like a province called Sylvania because subtlety is for losers. Like and the place, and he decided to take it over, and the place sucked so much that when he took over, it was a market improvement for everyone involved. So because he married like married the countess, Isabella, and he decided, what if I ruled what if I could rule the world and I could have a good life for, and I could have a stable power, like, cause he'd be able to, cause he'd essentially have been immortal, he'd essentially rule forever, and he could bring like an age of prosperity for vampires and some of the people too, because vampires need people to live. That's what drinking blood. It's like the whole vampires thing. That's what kind of why they left Nehekara in the first place. First off, the Tomb Kings didn't like them. Secondly, being oh yeah, you probably can. Let's see if I can just 1 second. Let me just look here. I think that's a bit better. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Partially because also it might also be my mouse actually. If I just go. Yeah, I think that's probably my mouse. Let's see. How about 1 second. I'm muting because that was a bit loud. Oh, if OBS does anything go by, but I'm just muting so I can adjust the boom mic without, or like the mic arm without like absolutely blowing out your eardrums. So just gonna. Okay. Now I just start clicking my mouse really fast. How can I still hear it? How can I still pick up that? Actually, I can't. Well, that's good. I grab the. Use random buttons. Very slightly, but not much. Actually, you know what? Actually, part of like the noise might have just been like the the boom mic, because I had it like, so it's got like, you know, like obviously got a clamp on it. It's like clamped to the side of my desk, and it's got essentially 1, 2, 3 joints, and then it's got the mic attached to that at the end, the very end. And I had it like always stretched over across my desk. So when I was like moving and like, you know, going like, I just realized I probably hear as loud, but like, as I boom mic, I believe that's if I remember correctly, it's like I think the difference is like that has like boom mic has something over it. Like a boom mic essentially is like one of those like big old microphones on like really long sticks that you probably like see on TV, like the news person like, you know, takes the giant mic on a giant stick, but also refers to like having like it has this like big like fluffy covering over it, so, you know, like obviously go like if like, you know, where I would blow on the mic, then it wouldn't. Essentially what it does, you know, like the cover catches that. Essentially, like, it prevents, like, extra, like, loud noise, like, popping. Actually, no, that's like a pop filter, is what I was thinking of. It's like a pop filter, like, it's like and essentially, like, you know, obviously, like, you know, and like, and, like, the way you, yeah, more or less, yeah. It's like, because the way different words, like, you end up, like, you know, part of it is, like, exhaling, you go, like, you, or rah, and like, then like in like a bit of like, you know, it pushes air in general direction. So if I were to go like, and like essentially the air like hits the microphone, and it makes like sort of like a. That's what like essentially that's essentially the air hitting the microphone, and it picking up all of that. What like what a pop filter does, it essentially acts as a cover that still allows you to, like, you know, hear the noises, like how you pick up sound, while also blocking the majority of any pops, for lack of a better term, which is probably why it's called a pop filter. Actually made like I'm pretty sure I actually made like a pop filter, but it kept like, unfortunately it didn't work too well because it kept like essentially muting my voice as well, or at least making it really like quiet. I made it out of a Tupperware container and some armature wire, also duct tape, and super glue. Probably still in here somewhere. Didn't end up working that well. Well, more like it's actually because the way here is like, so if I were to like okay, let me just stick up. Yeah. up. Safe image. I just like here's like this is where the mic was. It was like originally like so if I was standing right here where the mic was, the mic was like roughly about here, so it would be like just slightly below me. And then right now it's so if I look at it that way. Right now it's I have it. I'm trying to grab the microphone is essentially right about here. So it's not like that it's not picking up. I lowered the settings or anything. It's just that it's slightly farther away from me, like slightly farther away from me. Let's see. I'm probably gonna 1 second. Let me just I do real quick and then right now it's I tilted it down so it's slightly closer to my roughly where my mouth is, so roughly a foot away from my mouth at the moment. Like if I had to estimate, it's like right here. Like respect right, roughly right here. So I'll be like, yeah. Thinking. I forgot what I was doing there for a second. Let's go on. Let's just be up some of these. Let's move you out. No. Nah. Boom boom. Boom, 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 let's go. Let's take you. You're black now. Back to that. Go. Okay. And I got all the way around with. So now I move on to the top part. Oh. Let's see. The fact that this seems to be a slightly lower pixel area means it's easier to get at a consistent thickness. Go here. Good. Done. Later today I might do some like physical arts and crafts because I've been doing some essentially some brainstorming of kit bash ideas. Boom boom. Here. As them in. Thinking maybe like just like take one of these guys. I'm gonna turn him into a Lord Exalted. I'm gonna turn him like do a little bit of kit bashing. Then I'm gonna turn him into. Did I? I saved the link, not the page. Save link as... No, not link, not link. Save as... Then save image as... There we go. Basically shut up, or... I'll show off later. Oh, there. You probably have, I believe I have Schizo posted about that on Twitter. About kit bashing him and making a Crimson Fist out of him, because it lines up really good with like it's like this one piece of artwork, and I was like, I can probably make something cool out of that. It's obviously like a really common thing to do is take, you know, like loyalist Space Marine units and making them like Chaos Traders, but like this is essentially the opposite of that. I'm taking a trader and I'm making him loyalist. Yeah, I think that was like, I think it was probably a couple days ago. It's like, can I get this image saved? Boom, boom. Okay, this one. It's a JPEG medium. Just take you and be here. It's a JPEG medium. Look at JPEG small. It's ridiculous. Good lord. Probably. There we go. I'll probably send the image to me. Later. I'll probably post about it after. I know, but I got an idea for a kit bash. So I've already got like the chapter master as this like really cool like storm bolter. He's got like a double-barreled storm bolter, and I kind of took like the. I'm pretty sure I think I might have mentioned it because I took the venerable Dreadnought's blast cannon and I turned it into like, you know, like a double-barreled. Well, it only was double-barreled, but I essentially took it and made it sideways. Then I cleaned it up, and then I should do like a fist. And later, I'm gonna take a piece of paper. I'm gonna freestyle and draw a version of like Pedro Cantor, who like, you know, is the guy who I'm currently making like a kit bash proxy of, making his banner out of paper. And after I draw that by hand, I'm gonna eventually glue that paper to some tinfoil. I'll cut it out, and then I'll use some varnish to seal it in. And then I'll more or less use that to bend it, and yeah, I'm not exactly very much lyrically gifted. I reckon I could probably make some cool sounding music. I just that I don't know. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if there was, like, you know, like how, like, there's, like, the epic rap battles of restoration sort of thing? I'm pretty sure there's, like, yeah, there's probably some fan-made, like, Warhammer ones. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I feel like it has potential to be mildly amusing. What? Okay, very good. Tidy up. Very good. And then smear you. Thank you. Yep. Very good. Continue the line art. Alright. Oh, wait a second. Oh yeah. Alt H. Just gonna. Thank you. Invert. Link. View. Let's grab the rest of the elbow. Back to Q invert, H. I have never actually sung before. I think the last time I did singing was probably in elementary. And that was a hot minute. So, it's definitely a possibility. It's like, I do have pretty good control over my voice, it's just that I use it to, like... Gosh, this is probably in... What age are those VODs? Because I actually do have those... like, on my desktop. It's like, I'm meaning to, like, make a video about it. It's like, we're playing Repo, and I just started, like... incessantly babbling... Dragon Ball lore in like an extremely squeaky voice. Which one was it? Because 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so this was, yeah, that was back like the older model. What was this? I'm going to desktop, VTuber folder. Oh, so it's these stream bots. Oh yes, it was in one of these. How old are these? Reboot with friends. So state modified. So January, February, March, April, May. It was May 11th. Can I just like... I did it completely naturally too. I was like, just like, actually, if I can just pull this up. Here. Let's just mute you for a second. See if I can find this little bit, and okay, so it's muted right now. Not sure where it was, because I was just like talking. So we got because they eventually, like, when we got back to the shop, like, but they ended up shooting me with like guns until I stopped, and I didn't stop. So they threw a grenade at me and killed me, so that they could so they could have a moment of quiet. So. One second, I'm just gonna see if this is see if we got the just that. Wait, where's the mute? Where's the audio? Okay, let's just boom boom, then window capture, temporary, select a window capture, media player, boom boom. Just gonna transform screen. Yes, and I'm just gonna. Oh wait, that's in front of me. Take you and down. So I am back. I'm just gonna. Let's just put me. I just open. It's going to go. Just take me and. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Gonna banish me to the Shadow Realm for a moment. Just gonna go up here. And then take you, and then right here. And it's been a hot minute, I don't remember what was going on here. It's just audio. Just turn that up a bit. And boom. Fucking sons of bitches.
Dragon Balls. I gotta get the Dragon Balls, because the Dragon Balls can't ever rest. As far as I'm aware, I can't ever rest. That's ever rest. I can't ever rest what? It's the Dragon Balls. It's the Dragon Balls, man. You see? You gotta get the Dragon Balls.
Stop it!
I got the Dragon Balls. If you get the Dragon Balls, that's what happens. I was like,
I don't like you like that.
Wait. Bomb.
Bomb. Let's see who dies. Wait. We have to tap our weapons together and then we'll start.
I think we tap the grand press. Wait.
No, we tap weapon. No, we tap weapon. Alright, let's go.
That's the source of the Dragon Balls, and then they go to Namek.
What the fuck's wrong with each other?
And then they find the Dragon Balls and Namek, and then they find Vegeta. And the Vegeta is for the Frieza is after the Dragon Balls. Once they come out,
what the fuck? What the fuck?
And then they also the Dragon Balls, and then they become the Gunner Force. And the Gunner Force, the Gunner Force is...
What the fuck, Joseph? Shut up! Shut up!
I think that continues on. So that's soldiers. It's one of the Gunner Forces. After they beat the Gunner Force, then the Goku gets shot even fighting the Gunner Force. And then the Goku
You're gonna be my 13th reason, motherfucker.
And Goku has to get put into the healing pump. And then Frieza shows up.
I do not need to hear the recap of Namek!
And then Frieza shows up, and then they have to fight.
And then, like, this goes on for, like, about... Yeah, because they start beating me up because I started talking about the Cell Saga around here. So I think that kept going on for... Okay, yeah, this definitely went on for a hot minute. Like, oh yeah, they left me in a... Oh yeah, they threw me in a cupboard, and I kind of just stayed there and babbled for a bit longer. It's like a mix between like just Uwu speak and then just butchering the English language. Really need to get to like editing that video. I feel like that'd be mildly amusing. I feel like that'd be that is bound to like probably get something. I don't think it'll get me any respect, but it'll be like, oh, look at this guy. He does not stop talking. Yeah, that was. Oh yeah. Also, my model, my avatar. Where am I going? Oh, I absolutely had it because like I also downloaded their because I downloaded their POVs because like, there's multiple times where like you know what the worst part like when I'm dead because like you know what the worst part is like like he's there's chances are he's still doing it like so like I'm just like have that audio and then like just like in the background he's like there's like that nonsensical babbling. Just have an overlaying of like of the times, just line things up. Evidence that I babbled on for way longer than I should have. Honestly, I actually do believe I made like a freaking. No, it's not Peak. It's Repo. Peak's a different game. Stupid joke. It was a stupid joke. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Okay, let's go here. I gotta get under the elbow cap. Let's go right here. And then... Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's like...
Well, it's actually kind of easy. Just kind of like... You kind of like have to like stop breathing through the nose. You kind of just have to like... It's kind of like when you're going underwater, and then you just like kind of like it's kind of like when you're trying to hold your breath because you don't want to like inhale the waters. You don't want to inhale what? You don't want to inhale the chlorine and the bleach. The bleach water. Bleach water. The one time I was going to a pool.
Well, speaking of pools, actually one of like my favorite things to do at a pool is just to hold my to like essentially take a big breath and like sink to the bottom of like the pool, then just like see how long I could like just sit at the bottom of the pool before I had to go up for air. I think I got lasted around like probably 30, 40-ish seconds if I remember right. So I do know vaguely how to swim. Like it's not obviously nothing fancy. It's just more or less just like a backstroke. Because, like, I can absolutely just, like, I can, like, don't really have to worry about drowning, because I can really just, hop up if I ever need to breathe. I'll actually do that sometimes, too. It's like, obviously, you take a bit of a breath, you hold yourself hold of a bit, then, like, as you, like, head down, like, you look kind of, like, essentially, slowly, like, breathe out, almost. Essentially, like, so that you are less buoyant. Oh, that didn't go ahead. What I wanted to do. Here. I'm gonna go here. I'll put it here. Normal fall off. Okay, no normal fall off, okay. Let's put you right like that. Down here. And then, boom. Ah. This can be quite easily fixed. Is a minor inconvenience. Let's go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Just tidy it up real quick. Just a little bit of this. And just go up here. Check. No. No smudges. And then we go. We could get this slightly. The medium color. Boom, boom. Because, like, you want to hold your breath for, like, a little bit, but, like, when, as you release it for, You obviously want to release it after a while, but you want to hold it for a bit so you have like oxygen get a bit of time, get some time to like circulate. Because then essentially you have more time underwater. Alright, let's see here. Boom, 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 and then you and you. Orange. And then just get the darker orange. Yeah, let's go like that. There we go. That's tidy up. Now I can just start working on this girdle. Let's just go black and some thicker lines. Just a bit up close. Here. Two, and then 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Smooth that out. Yep. Pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Then just wanna go. Okay, so I wanna go 1 second. Let's see. Just hide the solidify modifier right now. And we also do. Okay, yeah, I also need to do this side too. Almost forgot. Oh yeah, also the. 1 second, this will be pretty easy. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit of extra texture anyways. That's what I'll chalk it up to. I think that's reasonable. Boom, boom, boom. Just very good. And here, negative y. Second, it's gonna go down, down, down. Down here. Oh, no. 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 Yep. Straight down. Down. Boom, and yep. Just one down here, and then down. Just go down here. Let's see. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I actually almost forgot. Let's just start off. Because why not? Good, you're on loop. Good. I thought something was missing. Didn't know much. So I'm gonna. One thing I like was I was kind of like trying to like, brainstorm ideas that I would call a video of like of that specific light session. One of the names that got the comes like Dragon Ball Unsolicited. So like a Dragon Ball Abridged. Because like I start speaking of lore and no one asked me to, so it's like they did not want to hear the lore. I do not want to hear about Namek. Yeah. Just gonna go here. And it's like it's very much like a comedy. It's a pretty good series, all things considered. It's very much funny. They got like their own they got bits and gags and such. Honestly, like watching that after, like, you know, catching up like on the rest of the, you know, Dragon Ball lore, like understanding, being able to understand the jokes. I feel like that was funny. It's a pretty good show they got. Unfortunately, they only ever like got to like the end of like the Cell Saga. They got a cease and desist. I couldn't imagine why. Oh, why would they get a cease and desist? It's almost like it's like. It kind of makes sense if you think about it for more than 5 seconds. It's like they were just, you know, it's Dragon Ball, but it's abridged. Let's see. Here. Like, it's a very much an old series, because, like, in the very first episode, they, like, have, like, a freaking MySpace reference. Which gives you an idea of, like, how incredibly old it is. Yeah, that's fair enough. More. Go here. Here. And then let's go here, here. Down here. Here. No. Let's see. Let's go up here. No. Boom, boom. No, this one's a little clear. Here. No. Right. That's one. Done. And then more. Yeah, it definitely plays in my head from time to time. Then go back to you. Very good. That is oops. Let's go back to heal. Good. That's a good thing. Good thing to look up. How do I switch between the guns? So that's X, I think. So if I go, that's good to know. Just tidy up some of these lines. It's blurry. Then some of the bleed. Please go down one, not two. Boom, boom, boom. Jeez. X. What? Boom, boom, boom. 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 Sharp. 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 Let's move it up to boom, 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 and boom. Thanks, just tidy that up a bit. Black. Just the hands. And okay, so That's the hand bit, and then trim. First bit's trim. Just getting the last part of the first pair of arms, and that I'll just after that I'll do the rest of this arm's hands, and the second pair of arms, then we'll get the back, and then the legs, and then the Probably could actually probably knock out the tail pretty easily considering. Just go H. Like here. I can probably, the tail will be really freaking easy. Just go line, 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 line. I'm not really counting that into my equation. Just that's basically just like child's play, honestly. It's just that these, due to the way that the little arm guard armor is modeled. Actually, wait a second. Huh. You know. I'll double check. I'll obviously get a double check to make sure that it's not like overly smudged or anything, but that makes things easier. And then if anything, I'll just speed this up dramatically. Boom. How's that look? Not too shabby, that's pretty good coverage. I mean, yeah, it's like, obviously, like, you see, like, you know, the texture map and such. All these are squares. All these squares. I made all of them squares. Patience is something I have developed because it's like, I end up thinking, oh, I'm gonna do it this way, and it ends up being a really tedious thing. Then I might too much if I get. Then it's like, you know what, I'm actually, yeah, I said I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna do it. Just gotta, you know, so you just, you know, knuckle down. Just hunker down, just, you know, get through it. Honestly, part of why I started streaming making my model is just like something it's like, obviously, you know, it's for live streaming, obviously, so it's like, you know, doing this while live streaming, probably not too bad of an idea. X. Very good. This right there. Up. Lines. Obviously, like, it's definitely a bit tedious, but at some point, like, if it's like, you know, it's a task that, you know, it's something that you enjoy doing, it goes from tedious to, like, something you kind of just do on autopilot. Like, if you don't if work doesn't really feel like work, it ends up, like, you can end up, like, getting it done sooner, or done faster. Partly been why I chose this music in particular, because I like this music. It's copyright free. And honestly, funnily enough, it's actually a similar thing that happens like with like Warhammer miniatures, because like, you know, obviously like you definitely saw like there's definitely some models that have like a whole lot of detail, like the new like Vortex beats that like you're probably like, oh no, like it's like I'm still pain to paint, but like I think it's like it's very much a lot of like, you know, creative decisions you can do, and if you just, you know, just start taking it one part at a time, it goes like time goes by when you're having fun, and by doing that you can generally allows you to get stuff done quicker, really. Then just like up right here, and you right here, and then I'll tie you up. I think okay, so that the outer one's good. Just that little bit there, and then there's like annoying tedium, and then there's just like the satisfying tedium. And then I switch back to black. I mean, yeah, like there's like definitely the one, like it's obviously it's a creative thing, and I kind of dislike art in general. Yeah, it's like obviously it's definitely tedious work, but like don't really focus on the work itself, but more like not really think about the task, but like what the reward for finishing a task is, which is, well, I'll have my 3D model, and I can maybe like, and I can maybe like start working on maybe making some emotes. Maybe I can make some emotes. That'd be sort of cool. Not sure how I'd be able to stream it to from my tablet to my computer though. I can probably figure out a way. It's not that difficult, I imagine. I do have a capture card, maybe that would work. Anyway, back to what I was saying, I was like, by focusing on what like the result of the task will be, you can essentially like kinda helps with just focusing on what you're doing, knowing that once you get this done, you won't have to do it later, and you'll also have whatever it is you're working towards. Can I just, one second, I'm going to try to so media player, boom, 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 boom. You, okay, just transfer this to being a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. long can I export this? Let's export the image to... God damn. Boom, boom, boom. Work. Export. Does that work? Okay, there we go. This was one of this is one of mine. Just trying to convert it from something file to something that can actually go into OBS. Not sure why I was good. Like I was like on like the topic of like, you know, TDM is like the checker pattern I actually did by hand. Just boom. Boom. You down here. And what you can see, like what I did was essentially what I did with like, the knee pad. I made I painted the knee pad white. Then I made very like small black dots, like in like a pattern, like, you know, in a pattern like so like that where they weren't like directly symmetrical to each other. And after that, I took like a little bit of like black paint. I think they essentially just did like a little motion like this. I'm not sure if that shows in. But let's I should show my just properties, not just properties. Essentially, I did like a like at the very edges. Basically, what I did essentially. Imagine this is like a brush. What I did was I essentially, you know, made the dots, and then after that, I kind of just like went in with like the black paint. I essentially just like back and forth, make like a squarish pattern. So add like the points with squares, and if there's that after that, I went out to another round of like white paint with like a little bit of extra on top of to like straighten out the corners, so that the white and black squares were roughly equal size. Obviously, they didn't really need to be perfect. You can kind of like, I just zoom in even further. You can kinda see where like the where like the little black, because like you can tell like there's like the circle bit, it's like because like there's a little bit right here, and just a little bit of that. But honestly, like given it's like a war game setting, you can kind of just like chalk that up to being sort of like just battle damage or weathering. I did like a similar thing with slightly bigger circles on the shoulder pad. And I also like did the little racing stripe on the top two. Probably took like after like obviously I had to wait for like the paint to like set out. Probably like just still two though. It's probably maybe like a little bit of like a around an hour-ish, I'd say. Like considering like this was like my first time trying to do a checkers free-handed, like I think it turned out well. But I got kind of like, you know, I mean if I was like that, like, you know, like the moral of the story here is like, you know, don't be afraid to try new things or whatever. But like I don't know, like yeah, I was pretty happy with how it turned out. This one's not like a character per se. This is like on a unit of Sterngard, who are essentially like they're like think of them as like the veteran, like veteran Space Marines. And I also clipped off a bit of like a silencer from like a previous bolts, like a bolt sniper rifle to make it look like have like a long rifle, like almost like a drum. Oh, mouse drum mag. It kind of gives off the idea, like the idea is like a DMR almost. That's kind of like what it kind of comes to mind. I like the DMR and then the I don't know. I also had like a little servo scoop up there. I like how it turned out. Yeah, those the checkers kind of like just think all the checkers of talking about TM kind of reminded me of like me doing that. Just going through and making the guys. Move you out. Thank you. I am pretty happy with how the picture turned out, honestly. Honestly, after I'm done with this, the hand, probably after like, you know, the stream right here, I'm probably gonna go back and do the what was I thinking? Boom, boom, boom. And then I also want to. Let me just go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got everything. Probably pretty easy to tell. I'm just gonna convert. I got everything. Good. Very good. Now so A. Boom, boom. View mode. X. Gonna make the other primary color dark blue. Dark bluish purple. Oh, that's useless. Different mode. I thought I'd accidentally darken the entire thing. Let's go. Let's go with boom boom. Perfect view. What's the strength? Strength. That's actually a lot better, yeah. What's up with that? Let's bring it back bleed. Up it back to 2. Where is that? Somewhere on my fingers. Go UV editing real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Z. Then that is. It's down here. Q. That one's down there. I know Q, select mirror. So it's these two down here. I want to hit A, texture point. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, small. Boom, 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 boom. This one. This 2. Okay. That's just how that is. Z. Boom, boom. There we go. And for the hand parts, I'm probably going to make these parts black because they're just make these parts the outline. Since the little thin parts between them are a tad. I must make you parts though. As in like, it's hard to get like an actual outline since they're just really small. So it might just be better to make these side parts of the geometry, the outline, quote unquote. Just paint these ones black instead of trying to make like pixel wide lines. Likely be a bit easier to just that way. Boom, 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 boom. And then that. Boom, 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 and a boom. Forgot. Thumbs. Boom. Boom, boom. Yep. Rotate. Side. Nice. X. Let's go. That's bright blue, I think? No, not bright blue. You are medium. Boom. And black. Because I'm kind of taking like I'm just more taking like a couple like scrapped ideas from previous. Do any of my models actually have? I think one of them might actually. Just check this address section. Boom, boom. Christ. Let's go ahead 1 second. Let's see. Is this other one? I'm pretty sure it's one of my first ones. I think my first one actually does, yeah? No, that. Oh, no. Okay, none of the. Huh. Guess most of them ended up getting. Most of the tail designs ended up getting scrapped before they actually became full-on models, huh? Well, regardless, the tail part is non-part, because, like, why not? That's awesome to take this up. Previous model. Me. Select mirror. Yeah, admittedly, like, I honestly didn't realize that I hadn't made a tail for any of my other models. I thought, because, like, did I? Wait, there is one. Is the other one? This one, did that one have a tail? Oh, that one didn't have a tail either. Nope. Or you know, I guess. Ah, I'm big now. Big back. I'd probably drag in like the model if I knew where it was, but I'm pretty sure it's all just on some CDs at the moment, and I'm not sure which CD it's on, so I probably have to dig it out. See if it's somewhere else. I'm looking for it. So I don't overspill. Actually, no, you're thin enough to be fine. Okay, good. Shift. Shift. Boom. There we go. Boom. Blank spots here. Okay. Back cube, select mirror. Good. Okay. Seems good. Alright. Now for this last bit, go 2, 3, 4, and then go here, because I want to repeat the same thing for both sides, since this one's going to be a bit more precise. Gotta go Z. One, 2, 3. Vaguely, yeah. I'd say like I could definitely see images in my head. Yeah, I can do that. It's like I remember it was like it's back like because I know like the model I was talking about like but the tail also had like some like horseshoe crab like design elements. Because I had like little, I also had a tail, but also had like, you know, was also partially inspired by the little tail spike that horseshoe crabs have. As well as also had like, it also had like some different several different like little arms, but like right the stomach was like slightly like hollow, and it had like the different little horseshoe crab little pincher leg bits. Also, yeah. I think that's when I was like started like I think that was like before. Actually, no, that was the one that was like just before I had decided to like try adding like the little red like the red eyes. Actually, funny. Also, speaking of like horseshoe crabs, like the fact that they have like blue blood is partly part of the reason why I just like the inside like the mouth is blue, because they have whereas like instead of having like it's like fun fact with horseshoe crabs, their blood is blue. So, and that's because their blood, rather than having iron as like their main like mix, is copper. And you know, copper is because iron when oxidized is red, like reddish orange, which is why our blood's red. Their blood is like a tealish blue green, because that's what copper like, tarnishes into. Which is why I made like the inside bits of my model's mouth blue. And like one of the other reasons why I made it, decided to go with a little bit of horseshoe crab like inspiration, was because horseshoe crabs are like the oldest living species, like probably like the oldest multicellular species. Like how long ago? Horseshoe crabs. Yeah, they're 445 million years old. And like, for reference, the Triassic, which was like, which was, you know, that's the beginning of the age of dinosaurs. That started That started 251 million years ago. So horseshoe crabs like are literally like around 80-ish years removed from Anomalocaris and like the Cambrian. And they're from the Ordovician. The Ordovician had sea scorpions. Like, I think like what is like one of the largest sea scorpions is roughly like 9 feet long, or like not. Wait, no, is it 9 feet or is it not? I think it was 5 meters like long, like 15-ish feet, like the size of a crocodile. It's a freaking massive thing. What is it? I'm curious. It was Jagualopterus. It was... Jagualopterus was 2.5 meters. So it was roughly 8 feet long. This bugger right here. And like unlike, you know, modern scorpions, like who like cause this like the Jagualopterus didn't have a stinger, and instead he had a giant rudder for a tail, essentially. Instead of you know using a sting to kill its prey, would grab it because it was an ambush predator, probably. Is what it's believed to be. And then it would essentially snap it and then rip it apart with its like little mandibles. It is also believed there's evidence, like fossil evidence, that indicates that that similar to actual crocodiles, actually did take care of its young for a small period of time, which for, you know, like over 400 million year old scorpion, that's pretty surprising. Yeah, it is pretty big. It is pretty freaking weird looking. It's like for some perspective, jawed fish hadn't evolved by this point. So it's older than jawed fish. Like, our ancestors didn't have chompers. That's how old it is. Honestly, I'd imagine it'd probably have, like, considering, you know, it's a big, really, obviously considering it's essentially just a, you know, being, like, you know, one, it's a carnivore. Two, it is a arthropod. Would probably have a similar consistency to probably like either crab or shrimp. So it's probably like, honestly, it probably tastes pretty good with like if you marinate it. Probably be pretty freaking tasty. That's certainly. Well, it's more like well, not like the taste, but like the consistency of it. Like, you know how it like it's like when you crack open like, you know, crab legs and such. It's like dense. It's like a dense, like almost like fibrous. Well, not dense. Like, it's hard to describe, but like, as you know, obviously like arthropods have their skeleton on the outside, meaning all of their muscles and such are sort of like bundled up on the inside. So it's a very dense, like compact, such. Okay, yeah, that's completely fair. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. Give it a little bite. Maybe a little chomp. Like, oh. Admittedly, I do not. My mic is a bit too big to put in my mouth, specifically like in diameter, because it's like 2 inches ish. It's like, cause like, you know, the cone size. It's not big enough to actually eat. Those more just made like that. Like the one like pufferfish. And when pufferfish made more or less just did that. Made like that sort of sound, like just getting close to the microphone. That's more or less just what I did. That is all. 1, 2, then. Good. Then back to X. Just tidy you up. Blue. Go. Right, that is right. That looks like the primary set of arms is done. Very good. That's just this one, this set of arms, these hands. Then I think it's roughly the waist, then the legs, then the hooves. Little hooves and little toesies. As well as the tail. Also back. So, legs, then I'll do the back, then I'll do the tail. After that, so second pair of arms, back, waist, tail, legs, and then the face. That is a good question. And those are some good choices. I would probably choose... I would want... I don't want to eat a kraken. But a kraken would probably taste pretty good. Well, like obviously, like it's all considering it's all meat. Like no, like very few actual there's very little that's inedible about it. I imagine you could probably if you packed it and if you had like a freezer or something, you could probably eat a whole lot of people with a kraken. And since it's a lot of meat, I mean, it's mostly muscle that squids have, I think it would taste really good. Anywho, I'm probably gonna call it until later, obviously until the other stream later today. But I will see you in almost 2 hours on the dot, man. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just wrap up shortly, and we'll be playing Luther Harkon, Pirate King. So yep, you have a good day, lad, and I'll see ya then.